Is yours higher than that?
One of them's like 18%.
Wow.
I had no idea when I was
roll it
figuring
onto
out.
a 0%.
Because on private loans, they make it like so accessible. At least when you're in college and you're poor, you have this money next week. Okay,
right?
Sure, why not? And so, I mean, I had no idea when it was mistakes I made, but.
I mean, in that situation, there may be opportunity for you to roll it. Can you consolidate it? Can you?
No, I haven't been able to just because of how high. Because now, since I have multiple ones out, it's like a installment account. So it looks like there's so much money that I have in debt, but now I don't. So I can't get approved for a consolidation loan because of that. So it's like a catch-22, you know? It's like I want to consolidate, yet they're like, you have all these open accounts. But
and if you own a home.
No.
You could, okay, and maybe that you can't get the home because too much of it. But you can, that's a situation, I rarely say roll your debt into your home. That's actually a rare thing for me to agree to, but at a rate like that, it's something that's viable.
And it's also on your credit when you go to buy other things. A home equity line is not looked at as badly, I guess. It doesn't rate as badly as what just credit cards would.
It's over 50,000. It's under 50,000.
It's considered revolving. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, that's good to know. I think that leads into the credit question of what was your question? 18%?
Oh no, I was just saying, how can you establish better credit without taking out credit cards? Is there any other way?
Because you were saying that they were saying don't pay off the higher interest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. That could have just been something I read. They were saying don't pay it off because then it could actually hurt your credit.
Don't close it. Don't close it. Now that's you want to keep your longest credit card, the longest one you've had, because you want to show that you've had credit for a long time. So typically it's the card you opened in college. So you want to leave that card open, and typically that's a student card and it's got a 25% rate attached to it. Don't use it, but don't close it, because it'll show an establishment date on your credit report saying that you first got credit in, for some of you guys, 19 or 2000. I was in college like a long time ago, but so yeah, it's important to keep that.
I know we're young pros, but I'm starting to feel old.
Or the middle-aged young pros.
The old young pros.
Yeah.
So
when I mention a movie and they're like, "What?" I'm like, Fast
Times
at Ridgemont High.
Greatest movie ever.
I'm like, you don't know Fast Times at Ridgemont High? And they're like, no, what are you talking
heard
about?
it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You haven't seen Weird Science, don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I'm like,
you want to
classic.
force them to bring it to the,
Or and then they'll just think it's old, like John Wayne movie or something. But anyway, okay. Credit. And then what are some other things that you hear on credit? People closing accounts. I have a lot of 0% cards that I opened to pay off my credit. I roll them all over. I just have them open. And my credit just, I cut up the cards and they're just open. Now, you don't want to have a ton. I don't, 5 or 6, fine, but people go out and, get Victoria's Secret and all these kinds of cards. You just need a few and you need the longevity, but other ways to improve it too are like your gas bill goes on your credit. So that's a good way, a lot of that stuff, if it's your very first gas bill, it'll stay on there forever. Mine is still on there and showing that I was in good standing and all that kind of stuff.
And using a debit card does not positively impact your credit, because debit card goes to your bank and there's no credit. It doesn't show that you're, if you can use a credit card and be disciplined about paying it off, you're usually better showing that you have a balance and that you pay it off. You have a balance and that you pay it off. That's a positive thing to do.
Do you mind if I jump in?
Please.
Yeah,
you probably do.
Yeah, you do.
Credit is one of my
Go
things.
for it.
Please.
For credit cards, find out what date the credit card company reports on. Okay? Some of them it's the beginning of the month. Some of them are on the 15th. I know American Express reports on the 15th. So if you use your credit, by the way, if you have zero balance credit cards, that's what you want. But if you don't use them for 90 days, they don't positively or negatively affect your credit. They're just there. They positively affect your credit in the sense that you have an early establishment of a credit account. But if you're looking to build credit, the perfect mix, and what we try to, for people that are building, is 3 revolving accounts, credit cards, an installment loan, and a mortgage. That's what the
car loan.
The TransUnion Equifax scoring, the credit scoring model. that's what they like to see. Yeah, like a car loan, 3 credit cards, and a mortgage. Okay, that's under, and mortgages by the, well, then there's debt to available credit. You want to have less than 50% of your credit card balance open. 30%, less than 50% doesn't hurt you. More than 30% lower actually gives you a boost. 35% of your score is timely payments. 30% of your score is length of credit. 15% of your score is mix of credit. 10% of your score is how many inquiries you've had. Okay? So, and there's one more that's really stupid. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Meaning if you go out and you're looking for a car and you do a credit check at every place, then by the time you get to the last one, your credit's going to look pretty bad.
Except for what, well, the FACTA Act changed the way the credit pulls are scored for mortgages and autos. You can pull as many credit reports as you want in a 14-day period when you're shopping for an auto loan and when you're shopping for a mortgage. You could go to 100 mortgage companies and pull your credit. They could pull your credit every time, and that would count as one pull, okay, within that 14-day period. What else was I going to say? Oh, so yeah, balance. So find out when the credit card companies report your balance, and make sure you pay off your balance in full before that date. That way, it's always showing as an early payment and a zero balance. And to your point, have zero credit cards and zero balance. But if you're looking to build credit as a young person, you put your gas on it.
Do everything.
Put your groceries on it, and then know when you need to pay it off. Another thing that really helps with, and I don't know how much you guys are going to get into this, but it helps itemize and track your spending. So you can really, there's a really cool new program that was launched on what's called Mint.com. It actually helps organize and track your. It's really cool.
Really?
It's free too. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's good, and you're able to. It automatically tracks your spending at like most major credit card companies. Also talking about the Victoria's Secret cards, private label credit cards like the Gap, Victoria's Secret, J.C. Penney's are like resale of MasterCard, Visa, American Express. They actually don't help your score. They actually can sometimes hurt your score. Okay. Plus, you tend to pay higher interest and more fees.
So the cards that matter are the branded.
Branded MasterCard. Yep. Bank credit cards are what you want, and